Hello everybody, and welcome back to Dr. McBadass Plays Banjo-Kazooie. As we left off last night, because I'm actually doing this video the day after my first one, as to get it done, we had just finished Mumbo's Mountain, and I had opened up Treasure Trove Cove, so now we are going to complete Treasure Trove Cove, at the very least in this video. I think what I'm going to try to do is, now that I beat Spiral Mountain and Mumbo's Mountain, I'm just gonna do one level at a time, see how that goes. And before I continue, I'm just gonna do this because this is the cauldron. There's a Mumbo token behind here, and the cauldrons are basically the teleportation system of the game. You can, if you find the one of the similar color, you can jump in one and it takes to the other. There are a couple in the game. They're basically only for if you restart the game. I'm playing on an emulator, so I just do the save states, and it makes it infinitely easier. Because if you actually save and quit, not only does the game, it's weird because not only does the game like give you the game over thing, like it gives you the game over sequence, which is really disheartening. You end up going like straight back to the beginning. You have to just find a way through the layer again. So if you do that, the cauldrons help. If you don't, then there's very little use for them in, reality. But yeah, like, it's like, if you save and quit, what the game actually does is it gives you the end sequence, like, oh yeah, you lost, you failed, Grunty gets hot, Sooty gets ugly, you lose, sucker. It's kind of weird, but I mean, I guess they really wanted you to beat this game all at once, So here we are, Treasure Trove Cove, second level of the game. Once again, awesome music. So I'm going to show you something right quick. It's a beach level, as you might have noticed. So that's, it's a very cool level, one of my favorite levels. Over here's cool. Because this is actually, that's actually where you get one of the eggs, the stop and swap eggs. Obviously this is the N64 emulation, so they mean absolutely nothing, and I'm probably not going to go through the effort to getting them. But something to consider, I'm going to go down and get this Jinjo right here. Thing about this level is it's a beach, and there's a shark, and he will eat the shit out of you if you stay in the water for too long. Here he is, he can't get you when you get out, but like, he's a pain in the ass. Very jawsy. These are red feathers. In a couple minutes I'm going to get the power of flight, and that's what powers it. I mean, you only use, I think you use a couple to get in the air, and then every time you tap A to ascend, you use one. So, I mean, realistically, you could get where you need to go using very little, but like, they're pretty frequent around here, so it doesn't really matter. So right now I'm gonna go talk to my buddy Nipper over here. He's a pretty cool guy, except I'm gonna kick the shit out of him for a jiggy. And be like, yo dude, what up? This is his beach, I guess. Even though it's public property, I guess it's his beach, which is neat. So we're gonna kick his ass. Right now we're gonna kick his little brother's ass. I'm sure this makes him super pissed because he just fucking explodes! Alright, so he's gonna try to snip us, and, it's just a rat-a-tat to the face a couple times, and that's it. It's a very predictable strategy. I mean, it's a shitty-ass boss battle. Not even a boss battle, I would say. Also, I'm having a really hard time getting the last one. There we go. So there we go. He goes inside here. Now, this is also a thing that bothers me, because you'll see in a second. This is a very, very, very cool little area. Just gonna pick up all the notes on the way. And see, where did he go? There's two little dudes here, and not Nipper. Like, did they eat him? Did he split up into two? The world may never know. Now, something really cool about this game, and you will actually notice this in Gruntilda's lair, is that every overworld, or every level, including the overworld, has its own theme. and got a Jiggy, of course. And as you go into different areas inside the level, the theme music is consistent, but it changes in tone and, like, you know, the way it's played and, like, the style of it changes. And I think that's really cool that they did that. So just kind of keep that in mind next time. I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. I know that's the way it is in Grunty's lair, at the very least. Here's something really cool that I'm going to show you guys now. That's actually kind of funny. It's a story about, you know, one of the first times I played this game. I used to hate these enemies because I thought the only way you could kill these guys is by shooting eggs at them. You can't roll into them. Or, like, I guess you can. I used to think you couldn't roll into them. I thought that, when I was little, I used to think that they were just indestructible only by the eggs. And, like, you know, naturally when I was really little, I was really uneasy on how to, you know, shoot the eggs right. So it freaked the shit out of me when they were coming towards me. So let's talk to bottles. We're going to get the trusty shock spring pads. Definitely come in handy for, you know, very certain things. They're green, they make you go in the air. They do this. Mumbo token. Now the cool thing to know about these things is that when you use it, you can actually jump off and it will still work as long as you hold down A. Actually, I don't know why I'm going over here yet. I am just gonna I'm gonna get Blubber's gold before I even talk to Blubber. There's a pirate up there who lost his gold, and thankfully I know where to find it. There's actually 2 pieces. One can be found underneath the ship right here, along with some notes and some other things. You know, if I can actually get them. Just for the heads up, like, I'm gonna do Clanker's Cavern, and, like, I was really considering for Clanker's Cavern turning on the Infinite Air cheat in Project 64, just to do it and not stress about it. But, like, you know, what's a Let's Play if I cheat? So, when I do Clanker's Cavern, I mean, I'm just gonna do it live. Like, I'm probably gonna screw it up a couple times. I might die. So, you know, you're gonna see the more human side of me. Which is, you know, very, very interesting, I'm sure, because I bet you all think I'm a robot. A very sick coffee robot. And, we'll talk to Bottles up there in a second. But here you go. Here's gold number 1. And, there's gold number 2 under here. Like, that's the thing about this game is that, like, you might not necessarily know right away that you can break that, but, you know, it gives you the hint that it being, you know, like, a different color, and, like, you know, it just, some things just make sense that they can be broken. So, like, it's not like you have to think very hard if something needs to be broken. Like, if you look at something and go, yeah, this could be broken, then chances are, you know, it's probably breakable, which is something to consider for, you know, all future levels in this game. So that's 2 pieces of gold, and then he gives us 1. If you catch my drift, jiggy it up in here. Whoa-hey! Now we're gonna get this Jinjo that's located convenient. Oh no, that's a Mumbo token. Jinjo's on the top of the mast. I apologize. Ah, I screwed you all over. I failed you. I messed it up. So like I said, this level is actually a lot bigger than Mumbo's Mountain. In terms of not only in just, you know, like, scale, but verticality. It's a very tall level. Because this is actually where you learn to fly, which is what I'm doing right now. So there we go. Learned all the moves. Good shit. Stuff. So, I guess I might as well just start getting everything, picking up all the jiggies. So, first off, there we go. Now we are airborne. Super cool. right now, first things first, I'm gonna go in here, pick up Jiggy. That was easy. Typically with these treasure chests, you're supposed to land and kind of jump into them. Like, you gotta flip-flap, because they're teeth. But, you know, I'm too cool for that stuff. So, you know, once again, be mindful of where you land, because, oh god, the shark! That was almost actually really bad for me. So now I'm gonna actually go back up to the flight pad. I probably could have done this differently, but, oh, you know, before I forget, the thing about this game is, like, I know that if I forget, like, to pick up things at really stupid, obvious places, like on top of trees, that once I get to, like, having 90 musical notes, I will have no idea where the rest of them are. So, you know, I usually make the effort to pick them up as I see them. Notes, at least. Jiggies, okay. I realized in my last video, and I didn't realize this until I, you know, watched it a couple times. I say you know a lot, and I need to work on it, so I'm going to try. It's a really bad habit, actually. I mean, this is totally and completely unscripted, so it's not like I even have, like, talking points I plan on talking about right away. I just think I have enough knowledge of this game where I can provide interesting tidbits as I go, and, you know, talk about the game with enough light that not only you feel educated, but you feel like you had fun getting educated about this game. I don't know how many people haven't ever played this game, and I'm sure that if anybody hasn't played this game, I'm not going to be the first Let's Play they've seen, but I just think it was, for me, it was a fun first game to try, to play through with commentary. I mean, I suppose next I could take a, you know, suggestions. I could always just do, I have a very vast library of Steam games that, I could also totally take advantage of. I'm also just kind of dicking around up here for the time being. I'm actually going to climb up here and, get a couple of things. I know there should be a Jiggy up here. There's a Witch Switch up here. There's a Mumbo token up here. There's a couple of good, cool things up here. I totally skipped the Shock Spring pad, I know, because I wasn't sure if it was actually gonna, like, take me to a different area. So there's the Witch Switch. Cannon shoots off. That's really easy to get to. You do a flip-flap jump onto the cannon, which I passed earlier. Gonna break this door down. There's a Mumbo token. You actually go in. Like, I don't know if people, like, would assume right away that, oh, there's the goodie, like, let's leave. But yeah, you actually have to walk into that building. And there's a Jiggy on top, so cool beans. Go. Gah. There is fall damage in this game, like that. I didn't want to do too much. If you fall enough, you actually obviously take more than one hit of damage per, depending on how far you fall, basically. I don't really know. The cool thing about this level is, even though I did totally go to a different place, like with the flight pad, it was actually all connected. It just takes you up a little bit higher. So that's why I just kind of fell and continued on my merry way. So I suppose next I will get one of the more obnoxious Jiggies. It's also how you get the stop and swap eggs in all of the levels. And that is, of course, the sandcastle room. So we're going to climb up here, and I'm about to do something really despicable. So, you know, children, avert your eyes, because this shit's about to get nasty. So this guy wants me to shit in his face. So I do. Like, you even get the fart sound. That's the best part. If you weren't aware that you were, you know, shitting out eggs, the fart sound definitely helps. So now I'm gonna actually cheat a little bit and get up here with this to get the Jiggies. I mean the notes, because otherwise it's a little stupid. I think you can actually flip-flap up here at an angle, like up here somewhere, but, you know, the shock spring pad definitely makes things easier. Okay, so this is, you know, you could look at this and be like, wow, this is really confusing. What do I do? What do I do? I have no idea what to do. No, really, what do I know? I'm just kidding. So, basically, you're gonna, Beak Buster, is it that, that's the beak. Whatever. I forgot about that move. I don't use that move very often. You're gonna spell out Banjo-Kazooie, in the time limit given, which is actually more than enough time to do this. As you hit them, they light up, indicating that you cannot use the letter again. And there are all 26 letters, which enable you to spell out very long, very obnoxious, rhyming sentences that unlock the stop and swap eggs in different levels. And also, I believe, the ice key. And there we go. And this guy's gonna try to kick our butts, but I'm gonna say no to that. Just kick the shit out of him. It actually took 4 hits to kill him. Mini boss. I'm not even gonna try to go deal with getting any of the stop and swap eggs, because it's not worth it. Really not worth it. If I was playing it on the Xbox Live Arcade version where it actually meant something, and even that meant very little, it just unlocked you things in nuts and bolts, which, you know, isn't the best game out there, but hey. So I guess now we're gonna get the shock spring pad jiggy. I end up getting really scatterbrained with this level because I forget where certain things end up being. I'm gonna try not to do that. I'm gonna try to do everything in a very logical, clear fashion. So I'm gonna get this Jinjo. We've got one left. I believe up here is actually where a X will end up being for a Jiggy later on, or an arrow, because then they're gonna be, you're gonna hit the thing, and they're gonna be like, all right, where's the Jiggy? Because they give you arrows indicating where to go. It's like a treasure map, and then it ends up being right down here. I'm spoiling this game for you guys. Like, I'm not trying to like just saturate you with my knowledge of this game. It's just kind of like I'm looking for talking points and saying like, oh yeah, I know where everything is. That's my talking point. There's nothing fun about this game anymore. It's just going through the motions. It's my life. This game is my life. I don't know anything except Banjo. I actually don't think I could ever do a walkthrough of Banjo-Tooie, because like they really upped the difficulty in that game. Not just in terms of like puzzle difficulty, because the puzzles really aren't that hard most of the time. It's just the game is big, and the game is really like full of things, and it's actually really there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know where I was going with that, but like there's actually a level in the game that like everything is connected. In this game, I actually said last night that you can actually go through everything in the game without backtracking, but that's not true, because there's actually, you race Boggy the Bear and Freeze Easy Peak later on as the Walrus, and then you actually, for a Jiggy, and then you get another Jiggy by racing him as Banjo-Kazooie. However, you can only beat him in the race if you pick up the fast running shoes from the level after Freeze Easy Peak, which is Gobi's Valley. So you do actually have to backtrack, I think, just once in this game. Banjo-Tooie, on the other hand, so much backtracking. Every level is like connected in some way. It's really cool, but also like there's a lot going on. There's a whole lot going on. So what did I just do? It's making me go this way. That's right. So, yeah, I'm honestly just gonna, I'm gonna get all my necessary things done over here, before I go on the treasure hunt. Because my last Jinjo is also over here. I have to remember where the 2 honeycombs are, because I actually, I know where one is, I think. But I know there's a Jiggy over here. A little off the beaten path. You might not exactly get, you know, where it is. And the funny thing is about, like, most of these puzzles that, like, they're all accessible. Like, this is just a, you know, a short flight away. But, like, where's the fun in that? Why are you just gonna fly to get everything? So, we are 7 out of 10. We're getting there. 3 more. There is the Jinjo one. There is the treasure hunt one. And there is the one sitting at the bottom of this lake area up here. I'm glad I actually remember where they all are now, so that's a plus. Because last time I was playing, actually just playing through this game for my own sake, I was on this level and I just couldn't remember where the last one was. I ended up having to, like, retrace looking for every single one. As it turns out, I actually just forgot to pick one up. Like, I did a puzzle and just walked away like, alright, that's all I gotta do, bye. Actually, now that I think about it, I think a honeycomb. Wow, 2 Mumbo tokens. Look at that, lucky us, huh? I think one of the honeycomb pieces might actually be in a chest. I'm not actually sure, but we'll find out. So, Jiggy. These guys explode. They're not friends. Something to consider. They only chase after you when you're on the surface area. There's a Jinjo over here. Jiggy number 2. See, this level's actually, a lot more spread out. You know how we did Mumbo's Mountain and everything was just, oh, are you kidding me? Well, I'm screwed. That could have been done a lot more gracefully, and now I'm gonna die. You know what's actually funny? There's a honeycomb. So I guess we're just gonna do this while I'm right here and just run for our goddamn lives. I might actually die. Woo, that was a close one. That was actually a close one, sadly. So, shoot. That was actually scary. Okay, I'm about to die. I need some health. Oh, good. How convenient. That was not graceful. Jeez, that was actually almost bad. But yeah. See how everything's a little bit more spread out in this level. Definitely not so... Oh, everything's in one spot, like Mumbo's, good old Mumbo's Mountain. But you know what, like I said, Mumbo's Mountain is still a very cool beginner's level. I think there's something good down here. Yeah, Mumbo token. Do not care about the feathers in the slightest. I have 50. You cannot carry any more. Oh, and how convenient, that's where the X is for the next X marks the spot. So we're actually going to get everything pretty neatly cleaned up. Oh, that was dumb. Just eggs. I almost killed myself for eggs. Cool. Thanks, game. I just pooped one out. I poop on you. I poop on you. Let's try to get that Jiggy again, because I'm pretty sure I actually didn't get it. I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna fall. Totally, yeah, it's just chilling up there, of course. So I just kind of need to figure out where the last 9 musical notes are that I'm missing, and extra life up here. Why not? Might as well get it. Good. I mean, the sound effects in this game are just so fucking cool. Okay, so let's get jiggy with it. yeah, I do definitely need to figure out where the last couple of notes are, because I don't really want to leave without them. You can tell this is a Nintendo game because the draw. Oh, okay, there they are. That works actually. There's a couple. The draw distance in this game is painfully low. So everything just kind of apparates in. Oh, okay, so that's all 3. Actually all 9 I was missing. Do 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 do. Oh, where am I going? No, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. Now, I know I'm missing a honeycomb. Sorry. Where are we at? That's right, I left off totally just, you know, not doing this. Shabloom. Shabloom. Oh, I remember where the last honeycomb piece is now, I think. I was actually going to cheat and look it up, but actually remember where it is. I believe it's sitting on a box. Someone's going to be like, oh, where the fuck is it? I don't even know, but it's right here. It's not hard to find. We're not trying to kill us. And now we gotta beat the crap out of this treasure chest with a good old B-drill. There we go, all 10. Good job, guys. That's how you play Treasure Trove Cove, except we're still missing a honeycomb piece, and I will not leave without it. I am positive it's out on the sea. I actually got the hard one, the one that I thought I wasn't gonna find, out of the way, so that's kind of a plus. So, you know. But I think it's down hither. A box should apparate. Okay, Shark Food Island. Okay, so it's actually on a box, but it's not that one. That's a one-up, and I do not feel like stranding myself in the middle of the ocean to get it. So yeah, like, you can actually, you know, glide around without wasting feathers. The flying mechanic's a little wonky. It takes a little bit of getting used to. There it is. But, you know, you don't really have to do too many super acrobatic things in the game. Like, that was pretty cool. That took some skill. Just scoop down now and get it up. One of the hardest things you actually have to do while flying in this game is, when you learn the beak dive or whatever it's called. It's a weird you get a jiggy later in the game by precisely hitting the targets on top of Snowman's hats. And to be fair, it's really tricky. So now we're gonna leave the level. Congratulations, guys, we got everything. So now I am going to get the Witch Switch Jiggy, and then I think I might just open up Clanker's Cavern and call this Let's Play done. So there we go. Just to confirm, I'm gonna see what's going on down here, because you know what's funny? I think I might actually be able to open up Click Clock Wood, really, really early in the game. Yeah, like, look at that. I might actually currently have enough stuff to open that. Just heads up. This is Brentilda, Rusty, God, oh my god, Brentilda's good sister. And what she does is she actually, if you can talk to her up to 3 times per time you see her, and she gives you little tidbits of information from Gruntilda, which you actually have to like internalize for a quiz later in the game. And there are actually like the game, you know, it'll quiz you on a whole bunch of different things. But if you land on Grunty switches, they actually make you guess, like, know things about her, and that's where you get the information. So actually, as it turns out, you cannot open up Click Clack Wood. I guess that's a very smart thing to do, because, you know, you could actually just beat the first 2 levels and go into the last level. I forget where. I assume that the switch to get the Jiggy Pad up is somewhere by Rusty Bucket Bay. That would be the most logical thing, I assume. Because that's the second to last level of the game. So we can actually go to Bubble Gloop Swamp now. We could totally skip Clanker's Cavern, and as much as I would love to, because there's only one move in that game, so I'm gonna open this up just cause. There's actually only one move in that level, and it's the invincibility move, and you actually don't use it enough to justify getting it sometimes. But that's also 10 Jiggies, and this is a Let's Play, so I can't just not, you know, do that level. So what am I? Oh God, I'm gonna yawn. I was gonna say, what am I gonna do? And it's, you know, I'm gonna hop up here, get the Mumbo token. There's actually another cauldron. These 2 cauldrons are totally unrelated. Something to consider. The Clanker's Cavern jigsaw puzzle's actually back in the second room we walked into, with the giant visage of Grunty on the floor, which is actually also how you get the Witch Switch Jiggy for Clanker's Cavern. See? Shock Spring Pad. Look at that. We just learned it in the second level. So, look at this level progression, guys. It's so good. In order to get to the 3rd level, you need the move in the 2nd level. However, that's not the case for the 4th level of the game, because you can just totally blow by the 3rd level if you absolutely wanted to. I actually might even have enough to. I know I have enough to get in the 4th level Bubble Gloop Swamp, but I probably don't have enough to get into Freeze Easy Peak. I might, but I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, like this music is just pretty much the same, other than the style of it. See? Just listen. I'm actually gonna open up all this stuff, just to say I did it. I really don't want to do Clanker's Cavern right now. I am gonna make it into a separate Let's Play. I don't know if I'm actually gonna play it now. But what we will do is we will leave off right here. So, yeah. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching McBadass Plays, and, you know, stay tuned for Clanker's Cavern. We'll get on that really soon.